Come on, Rangers!
Come on, Rangers!
I missed the whole game.
Tension is so thick you'd need a chainsaw to cut through it. But why would you? These are the games we live for. Dorking Wanderers are about to host the team most likely to beat them to the title. Maidstone United are coming to Meadowbank, and beneath the glimmering sun, an army of volunteers are preparing the ground for what is likely to be a record crowd. For Maidstone are bringing more fans than an Argus delivery driver during an August heatwave. Up to 1,000 of them will squeeze into Meadowbank to see an encounter between first and second in the National League South. Two teams separated by nothing more than goal difference as we head into the home stretch of games. Of course, the league won't be decided today, but that knowledge doesn't dull the sense amongst the home fans that this is a club-defining experience. For this season promises to be their first full campaign at this level, and despite numerous setbacks, a title challenge has materialised. Thus, the match against Maidstone is arguably the biggest league game in Dorking's history so far, and all we want to know right now is manager and owner Marc White excited about the day?
Yeah, excited be the wrong word really. I'm motivated, I'd say, better word. You know, when you get games that are good ones to win, you want to win them even more, don't you? I don't think we'll have to ask our boys to put 25% on it, because I know they will. So we've had great days down here, and we've gone back going, fucking hell, what about that? The fans have got home 8 goals, you know. Them days come out of nowhere sometimes, do you know what I mean? And I want to try and pluck one out of there today. There's no fucking question. Obviously anything can happen in football, but I'll be fucking surprised if we don't play it well.
It's a massive day for the club, you know, in terms of bums on seats, national recognition for a game at this level. You know, it's only going to benefit our long-term goals a day like today. But on a football perspective, it is only 3 points. It's not going to define our season, their season. But as a director, I'm looking at it going, I remember going back to that day at West Stumble when it was one man and their dog, you know, and a crappy grass pitch. And now we're, you know, here, and we're going to have probably a sellout, probably 3,000 fans here today, which was literally unthinkable 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's all very good. Yeah.
Are you stressing out at all?
No, it's been absolutely brilliant so far. So far, so good, touch wood.
I would say excitedly nervous. There's already a really good crowd in there, great buzz. Fan zone's rocking with all the Maidstone fans, and our guys are all enjoying themselves on this side of the ground. So I think it will be a record crowd today, yeah, definitely. This is what it's all about, this is why we do it.
The way it works is this, okay, yeah, right? We are fucking excellent in these games. That's how it is. And we are so rent-free in this lot's head, it's a joke, I guarantee you. So what we do is just do what we do, but everything we tune up about 25%, right? Big players that are good, are able to be good in big games. That's the difference in football. Steve Gerrard was the best player ever. The bigger the game, the better he was. That's how you've got to always be. He'll be brilliant today, Briggs, no doubt. He fucking loves it, right? Alfie, you know, scoring all the goals in the league. These are the games you need to get to in. These games, okay? You want to get these lot on fucking toast, early bells, and let them know it's going to be a long afternoon. But we've got to respect this lot because they're on a great run, 14 unbeaten, one of the best away records in the league, best defensive record in the league. But listen, all we've ever done down here is fucking beat people's records, right? It means nothing when you come to Dorking Wanderers. And they know that. Opposition-wise, the smallest notes I'll ever make in my life. Deal with the wingers, especially this fucker. He needs to be tackled. Be aware, if they do get it on the deck, they're going to try and turn it around the corners really quickly. So be aware of that. DJ, keep your shape big time because these boys are marking in wider areas. That ain't easy for you today because you're also picking up. I'm watching today, boys. Your starting positions have got to be brilliant. Don't wait for Jason Pryor to clear it out, because, funny enough, he ain't here. Right? And against these, trust me, it will make a difference if you won't. The conviction you've got to have at dead balls, both ends, has got to be fucking good. In terms of us, obviously, if you look at that, so it's a full press. It's a man-orientated game. So we're relying upon Dan Lincoln, who is good, very good. We're relying upon Dan spotting who that first man is free, and he's really good at doing it. We're keeping the ball brilliantly. 4 clean sheets in 5 games, right? We're keeping the ball fucking brilliantly. Your big players in football can play these games. Briggs will play this game. I guarantee you he'll play this game, right? Now let's be sensible as well with our discipline, Briggsy. Let's be smart as fuck. Let's not give him a fucking inch. Let's not give him a booking, nothing. Let's be as clever as we've ever fucking been, right? So we will have to step it up 25% all over, and we will have to respect the opposition because they're on a good run of form, right? But they're at fucking Dorking Wanderers and they know full well, and their whole week has been thinking about us. So all we're going to do is start eating treble 20s straight away, and they'll be thinking, here they fucking go. We're like a machine the way we play. But get us up the pitch so we're compact. It's really important, okay? When we're playing forward, get us up. So when it breaks down, we're not asking too much of Josh and Foggy and DJ. All of you have a big game, okay?
Right, boys, let's go.
Almost every game, don't miss many. You're like most football teams, it goes up, it comes down, goes up again, and it's on the up at the moment.
And what are you expecting for today's game?
A very tight contest. I think a lot depends on the referee and how he controls the game. But at the end of the day, it's only one game. It's only worth 3 points like every game. I'm too old to get excited and nervous. I just want to see a good game of football and everyone enjoying them. Like everyone's standing here enjoying themselves with a beer. We've been in the pub, it's all the away fans as well. Everyone's very friendly. I'm just going to enjoy the day.
First started going when I was in my teens. I've got to be honest, I'm a big Arsenal fan. I've got Arsenal tattoos all over me, so they're my main team, but I do go to Maidstone when I can, yeah. No, it's like turning back the clock. When I used to go when I was 15, 16, I see the lads of that age now at these games, and it reminds me of what it was like when I was there, you know. And you go to the Premier League games, and it's quite boring, to be honest. I'd say it's quite, compared to this is good. Good old-fashioned, and you can have a beer, you know. I'm expecting it to be very close, and I think because we're going to have such a big following, I think we might win.
Can we get you over the line?
Yeah, just about.
Okay, what's your name?
Tom.
Okay, Tom, and you're a Maidstone fan?
Yeah.
And how long have you been a Maidstone fan?
Oh, about 12 years now, since we were at Ashford, before the ground.
No more drugs for that man. Do you support any other teams? Or you...
Nah, just Maidstone.
Really?
Yeah, home and away. Nah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's
so you go home and away every week?
Home and away. I've missed 2 games in about 3 years.
Bloody hell, that's dedication.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot else to do in Maidstone, really. Yeah, because obviously my mate's here and, you know, they're in the director's bit, but my whole family have come today. So it's really good to see everyone and sort of be with people from the community as well. Well, it's nice to go and watch every game, you know. You can't go and watch a Premiership team every week. You know, my dad's a Liverpool fan. You know, he's been able to go to about 3 games in, you know, 4 or 5 years because it's so difficult to get up there. I think we'll win 3-2 and Luke will score. Definitely,
that's quite
yeah.
Specific.
Yeah, he normally gets one. Excited today because I think we'll win.
I fucking love all these games. I know one thing, Foggy's going to run. Josh Taylor's going to run. Niall's going to run. We've got a bunch of lads that are going to put him in a fitness test.
Keep it down, head over it. Keep it down.
Fucking corners, lads!
Down. Side foot, side foot, side foot, everything.
If we don't have the ball, then we're in trouble today because of their size. We have to have the ball. If they start forcing dead ball situations, then we fucked it. You can, Briggsy, you can win these sort of games on your own, mate. Like, what you've got to do is like, even get the cunt on an early booking. That's how you win these games. First couple of times you face him up, don't do your little bit with going. Just literally think, I'm going to the outside here, I'm going to get you on yellow. Just make him think I can't touch him. Keep them high now, yeah? Keep them high, set play. Don't forget, every now and then DJ will look for you like he does Briggs. Alfie, don't let him wind you up, Alf. Whatever you do, big games, you've got big mentality. DJ, loads of talking out there, mate. Yeah. Bobby, be ready here today. You've been excellent. Loads of info today, lads, out there, loads.
Do away fans ever bother you behind the goal, or do you just block it out?
You hear everything, but like, you're too busy noticing what's going on. When you do get a couple of good one-liners, you do take notice. It's quite funny. It's a good laugh, but it's the same old shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It gets a bit fucking monotonous. If I went into your fucking workplace and started hammering you, if it's fun, there's a good bit of banter and it's witty, like, it's appreciated, but the amount of homophobia you hear,
Yeah.
But it's not really at the top of people's agenda. It's always race and bits and pieces, and like, I think obviously racism is seen as an absolute no-go, which it completely should be. But then homophobia is a form of discrimination as well.
Right, plenty of time. Come in, lads. All the time we're passing the ball, all the time we're passing it short, we're winning. Right? Don't get drawn into the freneticness of it. It's going to mean it's a little bit longer to start with, but don't get drawn into that. Right? If it's longer because it's frenetic, that's okay. But when we get chances to put a foot on it, we then start playing. Don't get drawn into a long ball game, whatever you do. We're not going to get a second chance to start this game, so we're going to start it on fire, on absolute fire. You've got to make other teams question themselves in the first 10 minutes. They've got to be asking themselves questions about, fuck me, we haven't played anyone in a while, this lot are good. Don't do anything slow today. Put them in a real game of fucking football and expect it to be fucking 20 minutes. The first 20 is going to be fucking high maintenance. Don't worry about noise. If they get a corner because there's a load of fans right next to the pitch, that ain't a problem. You've got to be so professional. Listen to me. Isaac, listen to me. Defenders. Professional. Dan. Corner. Noise. Tunnel vision. Where's my man? We're winning it. Right? Real professional. Okay, boys? That's what we do. Loads of information all over the pitch because it'll be loud. Okay, boys? All right, come on! Hey, come on, hey! Come on! How many standings at a day? 4, 5?
Any other rules you need clarifying, but that one's two.
We're good. Yeah, we're tidy to be fair these days. And it's extra width for you. Isaac, coming to you!
As Marc predicted, the early stages of the game are frenetic. Head tennis, long balls and sprinting define the patterns of play, while Maidstone immediately push Dorking into their own final third. When Dorking do finally get the ball down and play, the Maidstone high press halts their progression. Fortunately for Dorking, Matt Briggs can provide an outlet.
Come on, DJ.
Maidstone fans gathered in the away end provide a daunting backdrop for DJ Oldacre's first efforts on goal.
Turn around! Switch on! One is in. One is in. 1v1. Get out! On ball!
Wanderers get through the opening exchanges unscathed and begin to build up pressure on the Maidstone defence.
He's always going to go inside. Always.
He shouldn't be on this ball. This is a bad structure.
Right,
it's a fuck. Listen,
company,
worst decision ever.
Marc was clear he didn't want his team involved in a long ball game and is keen to make sure the defenders play out from the back. The long ball leads to a Maidstone opening, but an offside flag ends the move.
Isaac! You take that! They had the overload, taking the kick.
Yeah.
Is this the library? Is this the library?
Maidstone are not creating many clear-cut openings, but they are finding their way into the Wanderers area.
Clear our lines properly, boys.
Said to before the game, we get drawn into a long ball game, we're going to come second.
Run him! Take him on!
Forward!
As Dorking minimise the long balls, midfielders Taylor and Fogden begin to influence the play.
Kennedy! Feet!
15 minutes in, Taylor and McShane combine to play in the relentless Niall McManus, and he sets up the best chance of the game so far.
Macca in those pockets is good.
Yes, there's loads of space between the
Macca
lines.
in those pockets.
Loads of space. You've only got to beat one press.
Yeah, in the midfield, in the little pockets there. It's perfect for Foggy or Josh to get him. Josh! One of you two, keep finding in pockets. It's on all the time.
Loads of space. Loads of space in there. Briggsy, the minute you get a chance, they're doubling up, Briggsy. Make a decision early.
Matt Briggs is beginning to come alive, and in the 22nd minute, he finally gets a chance to get behind the Maidstone fullback.
He's in. Go on, son. Go on.
Go on, Briggsy, get across him.
Briggs squares for Rutherford, but George Fowler somehow diverts the shot onto the post. Briggs, meanwhile, is in trouble.
Briggsy's hurt! Briggsy's hurt, Ben!
In the process of pulling the ball back, Matt Briggs' knee gives way, and he immediately knows his game, and probably his season, is over.
Got to warm up, yeah? Warm up.
While the visiting fans don't know quite how bad the injury is, their lack of empathy is somewhat concerning. Two fans in particular seem to have a real issue with the eminently likeable James McShane. The Dorking bench, meanwhile, is desperately worried for Briggs.
Wait, organise!
He ain't fucking moved.
Despite the concern for the winger, the referee allows play to continue as he's off the pitch. But with the fans hurling abuse and a football match occurring around him, Briggs is in an unpleasant position.
You still here, son? Come on, fuck off! Come on, get out of us! You're fucking boring now!
Actually, Bob, are you? Nicky, I'm going to do Bob. Nicky, I'm going to do Bob, okay?
Mitchell, they need a stretcher.
Is that on the radio?
Matt Briggs suspects that he's torn his ACL, and the physios are calling for a stretcher. Yet the game continues around him, and Briggs can only hope he doesn't get clattered into during one of the corners.
He's still here! Come on, fuck him out of here! He's boring now! He's boring, get him out of here! Who are you looking at, you mug?
Ref! Referee, listen! Ref!
Switch on here, DJ, switch on.
Is he safe?
Come on.
Is the player safe? Is he broke something? Hey! He's got a fucking stretcher!
He's on a fucking stretcher, ref!
Come on, alright lads, you're blocking our view, you fucking idiot! Come on! You got one job, take him off!
You happy he's safe, yeah? If someone falls in with a break, that is not, you need to understand the laws of the game. If you don't think he's safe, stop the fucking game, he's on a stretcher. If someone goes into him, are you happy about that? That is terrible. You stop the fucking game. That's the law.
While those behind the goal hurl abuse at the player in distress, the rest of the home and away fans applaud as Matt Briggs, arguably one of the best players in the league, is seen on the Meadowbank pitch for the last time this season.
We've had the better of the last 10 minutes here, yeah. Stop-start.
Oddly, Dorking's best spell has come amidst the Briggs injury, and his replacement, Bobby Joe Taylor, immediately combines with James McShane to set up Alfie Rutherford. There's yet more controversy when Sam Corn controls the ball, but in doing so, kicks Josh Taylor in the head. Maidstone are leaving gaps at the back, and that's tempting the likes of Dan Lincoln to go long.
It's all too direct, really. You're going too direct, just killing us.
Shoot it!
Joan Luque's free kick forces a save from Dan Lincoln to mark the away side's first effort on target, and they end the first half in the manner they started it.
Alfie, it's done.
Great off,
Alfie, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Done. What was wrong with my player? Tell me. Tell me what's wrong with Briggs.
It's not up to me, that's up to your medical.
Okay, let me tell you the first rule of football, player safety. You did not, so your report's fucked now. You did not protect the player. That could have been a break.
Marc, can I just say your report is now, because you're approaching on the field of play.
Okay, mate, that's fine. No, you can't handle, because you know what I'm saying's right.
Good off, boys.
Right, listen to me. Listen to me, boys. All good. What's happened in the last 15, 20 minutes, we're giving them the ball. They're a team that just want you to throw it into areas where they're comfortable. They're much bigger than us, and the reason we've set up in the 3-5-2 to play now, it's not easy. And it's going to have to be really, really switched on. Really, really switched on. So, it's as simple as that. Like, if we need to just go, you know, like we did a minute ago, one of you went really shallow. Dan, just give it in there. Dan, just roll it into feet. We have to find a way of playing out, or we're not going to win this game, boys. And because we're giving them the ball back, they're now doing what they do. They're now pump and grind, winning dead balls. So we're playing into their hands. We had a great spell in that game. So for 20 minutes, ironically, I've never seen it before, like before and during the injury, we were really good. And we were dominating them. Because all we've got to do is break that first press. You've just got to break the first press. Bobby, fantastic since you went on, brilliant. This lot, when we were waves and waves of attack on them, and I thought your winning seconds has been brilliant in midfield, okay, both of you. When we're waves and waves of attack, they go very quiet. They went silent for 15, 20 minutes. So let's remember a few things we've said, yeah? We can't expect to be winning every week, so let's not think 0-0 at half time is a problem. We're at home, kicking towards our fans to now go and win the game and then go 6 points clear of a league table, right? The minute we break the press, it is wide motherfucking open. Proper open. It's like they ain't got a holding player because the boy Booty ain't playing. They've got no holding player. They're fucking, it's wide open. Them two defenders are exposed. Come the fuck on, boys, okay? Let's get a goal in front of our fans. This lot of fold, they'll buckle, right? They haven't got a fucking strong heart, mate. They've just got a little bit excited because they've just thrown the ball down the flank 5 times to win a corner, right? And then we started going direct because it looks on. But then all of a sudden, they're just turning the ball back on us, which is exactly how they win their games of football. So we can't do that anymore. We've got to find feet, okay? Now, if it's so tight, do what we said before the game. Go in and get it now, in the box, on your right foot, left hand, yeah? If it's so tight that you think that's all you've got, DJ's going to come in the box, shallow it out. Yeah, that's what we've worked on. Let's do it, if we need to. But hopefully it's there early. We're going around the edges, okay? All right, boys, I think you've been strong in the tackle. I think you've been really sharp on the first and seconds all over the pitch. I've got no complaints. No complaints. The things we're losing out on are the things that we don't even want to do. That makes sense. We're not a head tennis team. That's not what we are, okay? So let's get the ball down. We're going towards our fans, get a couple of goals and win the fucking game, boys, yeah? Come on. Come on.
Maidstone have made a half-time substitution, bringing on Christy Patterson for Sam Corn after his yellow card. Dorking are trying to figure out what that means for the formations.
Yeah, but I think it'll be 4-4-2.
Whatever the system, Maidstone find Luque in the box and his effort goes narrowly wide.
Macca, go on, take him in, Macca. Take him in, all the way, other side, other side.
As was the case in the first half, Maidstone's press forces Dorking back and stops them building from the back. Instead, United press forwards, breaking up the play and crossing the ball into the area at every opportunity. Patterson's cross is scuffed wide by former Dorking striker Jack Barham, but Maidstone are in the ascendancy. Dan Lincoln going short for Oldacre to pick out a pass isn't working. Yet another long ball comes straight back at Dorking, only this time the outcome could be a lot more problematic for the home side. Rory Deacon gets goal side of DJ Oldacre and the tangle of legs brings the attacker down. But it seems the referee is satisfied Isaac Philpotts was covering closely enough to save DJ from a red card.
They're just doing the split. When Macca goes in, they're just splitting it. So we can't magic up anything. We've got to probably just get our bollocks out and go, right, this is no good to us. The 10 minutes in, make the change. Right, he's on a yellow, so he's coming off, okay? Ed, don't let Barham drift onto you, because Dan's doing a good job with him. Okay, yeah? It's Macca and DJ.
That's better.
Ed, take the armband. No, when you go on. Moro, there's an overload now. So back four. You have to get the wingers high, and you've got to tell them to play. They can't keep going long. We're 10 minutes in, we're just going long.
With the Maidstone wingers pinning the Dorking wide men back, Marc and his team are working on a way to get them out, while also offering a way to build up the play without going long.
So they just travel. Why don't you two have it? So when Dan gets the ball, you two got to be on the edge of the box. Old school, full backs high. Yeah, old school, make sure.
More have a good one.
Yeah.
More have a good one, yeah? Come on.
Back four, yeah?
Me and wing back or full back?
You're wing back. Okay. So when we've got the ball, Callum should be high, you should be high. Yeah. Okay?
Go!
Don't shout it.
Need to keep giving it to Dan on his wrong side.
Dan!
He's
Tell him on
done it every time.
Ed on his right! So, pretend you're taking him a water bottle round and make sure he's playing to the defenders on their right feet. Do you know what I'm saying?
Come on, win it! Win it! Composure!
Alfie, you need a big 15. Come on! Alfie, come on! What are you waiting again? So, is he going round there?
He's round there, he's just told him.
Changing to four at the back has changed Dorking's ability to retain the ball at the back. This is the worst sentence. And the bench has landed the message that Dan Gallagher should be receiving the ball on his right foot. And the Maidstone fans nearest our microphone have yet to come up with any gems.
Oh shit!
As in the first half, Dorking have ridden the early Maidstone storm and are now going on the attack.
Alfie, wait! Forward, 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 forward!
Alfie's got your shoulder!
Turn!
Josh Taylor drives forwards and thrusts the ball in the general direction of the goal, hitting the unfortunate leg of Joseph Ellul on the way to the back of the net.
Alfie, get it back!
Boom!
Maidstone respond with ferocity, forcing a corner and getting our cameras to point in the direction of some children who have clambered onto the fence as if they were some rascals watching a 1950s FA Cup tie. Jack Barham and 1,000 Maidstone fans think they've got an instant equaliser, as if standing on the goal line is in no way likely to lead to an offside offence. To their credit, Maidstone don't let their heads drop, and they crank up the pressure on the Dorking back line. Niall the Machine McManus relieves some of that pressure when he drives into the Maidstone box, only to trip on the ball in the way that I would when having an anxiety dream about doing this job. He then delivers the worst cross since a carpenter dropped one off at Pontius Pilate's office in 33 AD.
Still on! Still on, Morrow!
Right, boys, let's calm down here.
Last five's been better. Now, how far are you going? Good.
Be alive here! Be alive here!
Fucking hell!
When Jerome Binnon-Williams clatters into McManus, it offers Dorking a chance to waste some precious time, but McManus is a machine and he cannot be stopped, much to Marc's irritation.
Why has he got up? Wants to look like he's fucking dead. We ain't smart, mate. We ain't smart. That's that bloke at Hungerford. He'd be there in 25 minutes' time.
Dorking are on the front foot, but they risk leaving gaps as they push for a decisive second goal.
Fucking hell, we've got to get in here, boys. Foot in. Time! Got a bit of cool there. Forever now.
Patterson remains Maidstone's biggest threat, and he finds a way in behind the back four.
It's all out of our fucking corner.
Ed Harris attempts to calm his teammates, but few in the stadium can countenance the idea of not being more stressed than an oligarch-funded Tory MP.
Fucking hell. I scored a bicy in that goal once.
I mean, that seems unlikely, Dino.
Get to the ball!
Just be very, listen, Joe, Beardy, come here. Jokes.
Get to the ball! Go posse! Get to the ball! Come on, boys, clear and dead!
Well done, Moro. Fucking love that.
Boy, we're over-talking it, and we've got to be very careful. We're dragging them out of position. We've got to be very careful.
The referee has indicated 5 minutes of added time.
5?
Get up! Callum!
For what? Go down! Fucking stay there. 5, Mitch. We're in the 5 now already.
Down long, 100% long.
Win it, Alfie! Win it! Love that!
Bobby! Come on!
That's fucking
Bobby!
done!
Come on! Long, Ed! Long! Isaac, get high! From goal kicks!
Mitchell, just give him a ball.
Ball.
Fucking about, he's just going to add it all on.
Sorry, ref. Ref, we started. Ref, how long? 5. Get up! Lads! Get up! Get Beanie, get him up! Right, hey, higher! Come on!
You've got to get in front, Al.
We win it!
Putting a one-man wall in front of a long-range kick taker is standard, but rarely in any way successful, until today.
Settle down! Bobby, it goes in the corner, yeah? Bobby! It goes in the corner! Turn your get your fucking leg broke, Bob! Forward! Turn it back! Turn it back! Same again! We're done now.
2.5. 2.5.
Referee! Referee! That's it, Ref! Ref, we're done! We're done!
Ref, that's it!
Come on, win it!
Ref, we're done, mate!
Leave it, relax.
Yeah! Fucking get in there!
Cheers, mate. Cheers, boys. See you later, mate. Cheers, boys. Come on. They shake.
Brilliant. Well done. Al, what a fucking shift. Well done, Dan. Brilliant. Well done, mate. Well done, Marc. Fucking happy days. Well done.
Fell over, didn't you?
I've air shot the cup, literally.
No, I was talking about the one when he went round the back.
Oh, my God. The wall's up in there. Well done, boys. Well done. Fucking well done.
Well done.
Sit down, lad, sit down. Right, you're all in, yeah? Yeah, anyone out there? What's he running?
No, he's here.
Right, cool, all good. I thought was brilliant, very combative, very good defensively, very combative. We restricted them to few chances really. I think we've got to pay more attention to the playing out. It's very important because there's no point doing it at training if then on a match day under pressure. Because the art of any elite sportsman is not can they do it, it's can they do it under pressure. That is the big difference, right? And I thought under pressure we had to be calmer and we had to be really clear that we couldn't play into the press because we were just playing into the press. So when we did finally play out, we're literally playing back and it ends up with Dan on his left foot or something, you know. So we just kept giving them the ball. On chances, we definitely should win the game, for sure. I thought we were very good defensively, and that's a great clean sheet. I thought we were very good in midfield aggressively. The first and second were good. Alf, it took you a long time in that game to get going, son. That would be a worry for me there. Right, okay, and we've obviously taken a massive casualty. He's a write-off now. But, you know, that is football, and that is why, you know, we keep talking about the boys not named today. You know, Sammy and Nicky and them, I appreciate your patience with that, but that is what's going to happen. There's a long way to go. Long way to go. That's how it works, okay? In these long seasons, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter, fuck, hey, get that win. We're going to wake up tomorrow, we just beat them. We just beat them 1-0. Ain't no one reversing that, yeah? That's the bottom line. It takes pressure off us down at Dartford next week, you know what I'm saying? It takes pressure off us, okay? But I do think we need a good week training, and I do think we need to get some of these boys not playing fresh and back in. I think that's really important, okay? But listen, boys, fucking tremendous, because the Wanderers find a way to win. Right, well done, well done. Right, let's get together quick, get together. Management, I've got about 100 people waiting. Has anyone got any macro feedback? Obviously Briggs is a fucking massive, gigantic fucking loss. I'm going to put it out there, we don't look like we're going to score. We don't look like we're going to score, right? So that's a problem. For me, and I don't know how the fuck it's going to manifest, but Mac has got to go back in the midfield three. All right, so let's just sleep on it. It's annoying we can't have a friendly, we can't risk any more injuries. But the sessions we do for the boys that have not played have got to be fucking lively. Loads to think about, but what a great position to be in.
Fucking hell, mate. Class. Clean sheet again.
All
fucking
good.
defending for their life. So
2 substitutes, we've got a goal. It's all down to me.
Yeah, it's all down to you. Well done.
Cheers. All about getting a result. Got the result. Defended brilliantly. Weren't vintage. You know, I thought they didn't take what we worked on in training into the game very well, but across the 90 minutes, when we look back at the chances, we had definitely by far the clearer chances. So I think that for that basis alone, we deserved the win, but lost one of our real players. So I'm really gutted, really gutted. It's no good, it's a potential ACL or something. It's like a, you know, job done. Get the shotgun out. And he's done it before as a kid. That's why he didn't go pro. So I'm not. Look, I'm still not quite fully sure what it is, how bad, but it's not good. And so that's real took the shine off it. So I feel like it's the year of the underdog. Like literally, we've had like non-stop injuries for the first 40% of the season. Just start looking good again. Jason breaks his collarbone, and then you're sort of not just your best player, but the best winger in the league, you know, goes down, and he's done as well. So we're on empty really in terms of luck. So yeah, that is what I'm going to wake up thinking. But I'm going to, for a few hours, enjoy the win. I'm going to swap my sausage and batter tonight with a vodka and tonic with my friends in the bar, and yeah, have a couple of hours and enjoy it.
No, look, obviously that's a massive loss. You know, we don't know the extent of it yet, but if it's a long-term one, then that is, yeah, that's a big loss, as I say, to the team, because he's been phenomenal at times this season. So some of his performances, you know, he gives defences absolute nightmares. So that's obviously a big loss for us. But
did it bother you when you saw him in stricken?
I think. No, to be honest, I think during the game you just got to put that to one side, and you know, obviously we come in at half time and we hear how bad the injury maybe is, and you know, we obviously have a little moment where you know, like that's obviously a big loss, and you feel for Briggsy, but you just, especially in this size of game, you've just got to, you know, put that to one side and knuckle down and you know, get through it. And luckily our squad depth is so strong.
They play a three at the back, and they have a person sitting in the hole in front. They like to play out from the back, and we like to play with three up top and a flat three in midfield. So we had to go and match and press to do the job. I think we started better than them, if I'm being totally honest, and then for about 10-15 minutes, and then they overtook that, and then we came strong back in the last 15 minutes. We in the first half we finished strong, but then second half I thought we had the ascendancy. I thought we did everything the right way. But we just couldn't get that final touch or whatever it was. But I still maintain that if you're last man, you've got to get sent off. And he's given me yellow, which I'm going to go and question. And I'll have a look at Jack Barham there when he scored. So from that point of view, I think we did our job. But then great play by Josh, but bad play by us for them to score.
Yeah, like we almost abridged the Briggs injury before it and afterwards for sort of a 22-minute period was really, really good. Winning everything, creating chances, getting into good areas, but you know, we're lacking. Alfie's up there on his own, he's got no support. McShane's a sort of midfielder really, so we're getting the ball in good areas, and you know, two big centre halves, it's hard for Alfie. So we've got work to do, we've got a lot of work to do, but it's more team building. We've got to work out a way of being a little bit more potent at the moment.
Yeah, nice. It wasn't a great game. In all honesty, I don't think anyone's going to be remembering that game in years to come. It wasn't the most enjoyable in terms of getting the ball down and playing football. But it was one of them that I think, because of the high pressure stakes and what was at stake, it was always going to be a little bit of a cagey game.
We knew it was going to be tough. Obviously, Maidstone I think they've got the best defensive record in the league. The way they set up is, tough to break down. They're a big physical side, and you could tell that. I mean, especially the first half was very, very cagey. So yeah, it was tough to sort of get our rhythm going, but we absolutely dug in and defensively showed what we were all about, and luckily got the one, and then dug in again and kept them at bay.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of decisions which we need to look at. I think one where Rory Deacon's on at goal and the last man brings him down. If the rules haven't changed since yesterday, then it's a sending off. Last man's last man, and you left him on the pitch. And secondly, we scored when it was offside, so we've done our job due diligently there. But then, great play by Josh Taylor, who's played for me before. Great play, but moment of magic, really. Got a good goal, but we were asleep, and we weren't happy about that.
Thank God for a little deflection to take it in. Yeah, so happy with that. Obviously, the boys have been getting on me a little bit for not finding the back of the net this season. So yeah, good time to get one in such a big game, in such a tight game as well.
Because I noticed that they had their wingers quite high. They were pinning your wing backs back.
Yeah, you notice that when you're marking them, yeah. When you're the one that's getting pushed back, you do. I think you're always aware of what they're doing tactically, of course. But more than anything, I think it's like anything. When you have a home game and you're top of the league, the ascendancy, it's almost like in your hands. You're expected to be the ones that are almost forcing your tactics on other people. But you're always aware of what they're doing. I think obviously if they change formations, it's fairly obvious. And like today, like you said, the two wingers stayed fairly high and wide. So for me and Isaac playing at the back out wide, it's kind of one of them where you have to be maybe a bit more penned in, and you got to pick and choose your opportunities to bomb on maybe.
Yeah, of course we make sure that we cover every area. We do our homework on each team. We know the way they play, and it was a battle of wits. Like I said, it was a tense and nervy game. Could have gone either way.
And finally, what does the Saturday night look like in your household after a day like today?
Bottle of red, probably 2 tonight. But no, listen, nothing's going to be defined today, so we'll dust ourselves down and get ready for next week.
No, I thought defensively we were brilliant, and we stopped a really good side scoring. And yeah, I thought we just won the battles in midfield. If I looked at the game again, I'm pretty confident that we won the midfield battle. And also, we went to a back 4 because we had no overload with a back 3. It was man-for-man press. So I went to a back 4, made 2 changes, 2 good players come off, and it worked. So it's nice when you get it right. We've done it because we knew we'd have an overload, a centre half, and we got on the ball and we scored 5 minutes later. So I'm taking the credit, all of it. It was all me.
As ever, thank you for watching Bunch of Amateurs. You could help us by hitting like and leaving a comment. It helps us reach more people. This week's comments of the week comes from Brian Nolan, who says, "In fairness, Old Acre is like Thiago Alcantara. If Thiago liked a pie and an ale." We might even use that line.